Hello good people, welcome to another race dealt with Apex Online Racing. It's GT3's 60 minutes this time around Donington in England. As you can tell, it's wet and the drivers are going to have the job cut out for them, Having a quick look at the standings from the last race, Paul Ricard. Marcus Deck goes into this race leading the driver standings in P1. Dominic Huber in P2, Alexander Featherkin in P3, Jack Lancaster P4, and Ben Hitchcock in P5. The rest of the grid is as follows. After the last race, one driver has been dropped a tier. Noah Hendricks has moved from tier 6 to tier 7 to more evenly balance out the pace, and Jorgen Olsen has joined us in this season, and he has already found a teammate in Ben Hitchcock. So it looks like the tiers are getting even more evened out, and cannot wait to see what he brings to the grid as well. Unfortunately, two drivers will have to serve penalties. Taylor and Eugene will have 30-second penalties to serve following incidents in the race at Paul Ricard. Without further ado, it's time to go have a look at how qualifying turned out and the race itself. Following a wet qualifying, Daniel Hirsch did a 1:32.280 for pole position on the grid. Luca Renna, also in a Ferrari, did a 1:32.418. Kakpa Smolinski is the first Aston Martin with a 1:32.505. Arturas Medvedevas did a 1:32.520 in P4. Lance Taylor starts in P5 with a 1:32.814. Rikowski in P6 with a 1:32.8 as well. Dami Ayo did a 1:32.8 in P7. And Dijan Djokic also did a 1:32.8 in P8. 1:32.9 Dominic Huber in P9, and Nino Hoch 1:32.9 also in P10 on the grid. Filippo Agugliaro did a 1:32.958 in P11. Jack Lancaster is the first 1:33 in P12. Robert Fodor 1:33.147 in P13, and Jürgen Olsen, the newcomer, also in 1:33s in P14. Bastien Fabre did a 1:33.168. Torsten Pren did a 1:33.204 in P16. Rico Grenler did a 1:33.213 in P17. Christian Ziffau did a 1:33.225 in P18. Phil Swiss 1:33.246 in P19. P20 we have Ben Hitchcock with the 1:33.261. Domagoj Tonzetic did 1:33.351 in 21st, and Gregor Frank did a 1:33.375 in 22nd. Martin Top did a 1:33.384 in 23rd. Nicholas Murray did a 1:33.399 in 24th. Stephen Carey 1:33.429 in 25th. John Becker did a 1:33.648 in 26th. James Thresh 1:33.6 in 27th. And in 28th, we had Oliver Nerb with a 1:33.7. It's a very close grid so far. Rob Jackson also in the 1:33s in 29th. Peter Wengel also 1:33s with a 1:33.8 in 30th. Kulakov Eugene did a 1:33.897 in that Mercedes in 31st. Claudio Voodoo in the McLaren did a 134.374. He's the first of the 134s. Marcus Deck, his teammate, starts just behind him in 134.401. Fedotkin with the 134.404 in 34th. Ogorodnikov did a 135. Oh, he starts in 35th without setting a valid time. Apologies. Matthew Henry also did not set a valid time. ERT did not set a valid time. As always, we join our pole sitter as it comes around to the start-finish straight, ready for the race to begin. It's Daniel Hirsch in pole position, 7-7 Ferrari with Renner in the Ferrari beside him. And we're off! We're off, it's green lights. The race is a go. What a sight to behold coming down the straight to the first corner. It's already 3 wide behind. And there's Smolinski. Smolinski's already made a move on Renner. Jumped him off the start. Brilliant start from Smolinski then, 86 Aston Martin. And Daniel Hirsch is off. Daniel Hirsch is running away with the race currently already. He's opened the gap to the pack behind him. And the cars behind him are slowly filtering through. Looks like a relatively clean start for all the cars in the top 5. Lance Taylor will be upset with himself. He is on for some good positions there, but he has the service penalty, and that will have him tumbling all the way down the grid. But we know he's got pace, and we're sure he'll be back. What a start to the race. Meanwhile, a bit further back, Dejan Jokic gets about 3 wide already. The 5-on-4 is on his inside of Huber. Dominic Huber already making a move on Dejan Jokic. This race start is incredible to behold. It's coming through the first sector. Cars are beginning to get stacked side by side. It's 3 wide again. I think that's an Aston Martin on his inside. This could end up very questionably, and it looks like it's, oh no, it looks like there's some contact. I do not know, but the 74 is around, and there's contact in the back. There's a whole slew of cars trying to work their way around, and this is not another unfortunate start to the race. Dejan Jokic will not be happy with that. He seemed to lose a bit control of the car, and all the other cars behind him had very little time to react to his incident in front. Very unfortunate start. A lot of cars will be jumping into the pits, trying to repair the damage and try to make up some time up as the race goes on. It's lap 3. We jump on board with Bastien Feb, trying to cement his position in the top 10, improve it a little bit. He's having a look at the back of Robert Fordo here through first sector, and he's having to back out to let him. Oh no! What an outrageous move! He makes it past on the outside. He makes it past on the outside of Robert Fordo, and Fordo is helpless to do anything. I think he was maybe be having to defend from Olsen next. What a pass there by Bastien! Fantastic driving from the number 69. It's lap 3, and we join Stephen Carey in the unfortunate position of having to defend from Lancaster behind. Oh no! It looks like there's a car from front, and that's the leader in the standings. That's Marcus Deck. Marcus Deck has lost the car, and he's gone back 2 positions already. He is not having as good a race as he did at a Paul Ricard, but he'll be trying to keep that car on track for as long as he can and get as many points as possible. We're into lap 4, and Daniel Hirsch is still in the lead of this race, quite comfortably, it looks like. Kasper Smolinski in the background, having jumped Luca Renner at the start, keeping the pace with him, and oh no! That must be the commentator's curse, because Daniel Hirsch has lost it coming out of the first sector, and Kasper Smolinski is up into the lead. Hirsch only loses 1 position and is able to keep the car pointed the right way. He will be eager to get that position back, but this Aston Martin looks like it is flying in the wet. It's lap 7, and this time we're on board with Luca Renner trying to chase down Damon Hirsch from P3 and P2. Wikowski just lurking in the background. Look how close he gets on the brakes, and oh no, he's lost it. He seems to have spun a little bit in the corner, and that's Wikowski going through. Wikowski going through a little bit of contact there. Very unlucky for Luca Renner. He's going to have to regroup. He's going back slowly. He started off in P2, I believe, and he is working his way backwards. This is not the direction he chose to go, but he has to make it work. He has to compose himself and get going again. Meanwhile, Wikowski up into P3. Very good drive from yet another Aston Martin. Great drive from the number 24 so far. As we cross the line to start lap 9, there's a gaggle of cars battling for P10. It's Olsen in the 369 in the 91. It's Grenler leading this pack, but Ben Hitchcock's trying to pull away as best as he can. Ben Hitchcock is in P10 trying to defend that position. We've got 11, 12, and 13 battling for position right behind him right here. It's the 91 of Grenler leading the pack, followed by the 369 of Jasper Olsen, with Nino Hosch just lurking in the background in his newly minted Renault Motorsports Aston Martin. Beautiful livery on that machine, if I may say so myself. Rico would not give a toss about that. He is focused on staying in front of the cars in front of him, hunting down Ben Hitchcock and getting past him because that gap is beginning to look like it's opening up a little bit. What a fantastic battle these three seem to be having on track together. It's nose to tail, it's wet, it's windy. I bet you these drivers can barely see the car in front of them. They're relying on instincts, on good driving skill, on a lot of practice for some of these drivers, and not so much practice for other drivers. But however it seems to be, these cars are moving in the right direction, all hunting for the top 10. Jürgen Olsen in the Regengar racing car, Nino Hosch in the Kenner Motorsports, and Dami Ayer in the background. Oh, it looks like Ben Hitchcock's making a pass up in front. Ben Hitchcock, oh, it looks, who's that? He's made contact. He's made contact with the back marker, Ben Hitchcock. No, he's not. That's Dominic Huber. Dominic Huber has been spun around. Dominic Huber's gone backwards. Dominic Huber's lost 5 positions in one go. He would not be best pleased about that. But now Ben Hitchcock has to defend for Rico Grenler. Rico Grenler is on the outside of turn 1. Very difficult way to make a pass. He wisely backs out. Also looks like he's going to slip through on the inside. What's going to happen there? Oh, it's all happening. It's all happening in this battle for P10. Once again, Ben Hitchcock manages to pull out a gap from the cars behind him. What a drive. What a fantastic drive from these drivers. We're having so much fun out here. It's lap 9 and we're in the splitter of Nino Hosch. Where would these people not put a camera? What a view. Coming through the chicane, it looks like he's, oh my word, he's got a run on the 369. He pulls up alongside Olsen. What is this? Is it going to make it happen into the hairpin? He's first in the hairpin. He's got the inside. He's hard on the brakes. He's cleanly through. And it looks like in front of him, Ben Hitchcock is once again having to defend from Grenler. Is he going to cut across? Ben Hitchcock just keeps the position in front of him, but Nino Hosch right now does not care. He is a man on a mission. He wants that top 10 position. Great overtake from Nino Hosch. In the background, it looks like Dami Ayo there pulls into the pits, opting to back out of this battle and fight another day. It's lap 12, and once again we're on board with Daniel Hirsch. This time is defending from Wikowski in the 24. Wikowski seems to pull up alongside him into the hairpin, puts him off his line a little bit. Is Daniel keeping the position? No, Daniel slides just a little bit again, and once more he's tagged in the hairpin. But this time it looks like he has kept the position coming out of the hairpin. Wikowski backing off a little bit, slowly trying to inch his way forward. He's had a very solid drive so far in this race. And he's just trying to, oh my word, I think Daniel's run wide. Daniel has run wide. He's got on the curbs. He's got a little squirrel. That is bound to affect his exits up. And there it is. There it is. Wikowski is pulling up alongside him, dragging the number 4 Ferrari along with him. He's on the outside of turn 1. He is going to make this very difficult move stick. Number 4, Renner cannot follow him through. Wikowski with a fantastic pass up into P2. He is currently second on the podium and already looks like he's pulling away slowly from the Ferrari. Looking very stable in the Aston Martin up in front right now. We currently have an Aston Martin 1-2. A couple of the cars taking a bit of grass as they work their way off. As the pit stop phases come to a close on lap 19. Luca Renner trying to work his way back up the field. Oh my word, so close coming out of there. Oh, is that the Lamborghini in the background? The Lamborghini just coming out of the pits, slightly colder tires. He's going to try and put him under pressure already. It looks like that will be John Becker. Drop him down from P6, I imagine, where he would have pitted. Oh my word, look at this car. Chomp the curbs as he works his way through. Renner up into P7. I mean, I say up. Oh my word, the Lamborghini is off in the background. The Lamborghini is off in the background. That's very unfortunate for him. And it looks like now he's got the pressure of Agugliaro to deal with behind him. What is this going to bring? He's on cold tires. He's struggling to get them up to temp. Agugliaro already out on these tires. He's been out on track already. And he's got fresh tires. He's got a head of steam. I think he's got this position done. He's in P9. He's just inching his way forward into the... trying to get up to P8. Very good drive from another Aston Martin driver. I think we're seeing a pattern out here, and I am here for it. Some very steady driving from a lot of these drivers. Look at him close him down into the chicane. I do not think Becker has any defense for what's coming his way. I can see it from, oh, and Becker just pulls out of the way. Becker happily concedes the position, knowing that Agugliaro is running much faster than he is right now. It's lap 20 and we've had hardly a minute to catch our breath. I would just like to say Nino Hosh in P11, his beautiful livery trying to charge his way up into P10. I would like to take a moment to talk about how pretty this car looks. Oh, once again, it's the commentator's curse. He has run off and he has let Dami Ayo and Bastian right through. And he has slipped back 2 positions. All the hard work from Nino Hosh. Backfire is slightly there. Pretty livery, but he's got to keep it going forward. He's got to keep this car going forward. Bastian Verb looking for up the inside of Dami Ayo. He has to back out, coming off the curbs. Now he's under pressure once again from Nino. Nino trying to look up at the right-hander at the top of the hill. There's nothing doing, and this bunches right back up. Once again, this battle for P10 rages on. It's been on. It's the same cars from first lap all the way down to lap 20. What a battle to behold. By the time we get to lap 23, the 115 Ferrari and the number 4 Ferrari are battling hammer and tongs for that 4th position. This is bumper to bumper. Luca Renner and Arturas Medvedevs fighting for this position, and it looks like the 115 has run wide again at the top of the hill. This seems to be a problematic corner for a lot of Ferraris, a lot of drivers under pressure, but Luca Renner, right now, he doesn't care. He's trying to gain back as many of those positions as he dropped at the start of the race, and he's doing a very good job of it. Currently, Luca Renner up to P4 in the number 4 Ferrari. 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all Ferraris. Lap 23 is Dimitri Ogorodnikov and Dejan Djokic. Dimitri's trying to have a look through the chicane, and there's nothing doing. Djokic was trying to have a look at Dimitri. First time in a long time we've had this battle going on, and yep, Dimitri's still in front. Dimitri is still in front of the 515. The 515 is Eugene in the background who was trying to make a move. And Eugene, in the process of trying to make a move, has lost the position. Oh, that is not a position. That is the leader of the race. I repeat, that's the leader of the race, already breaking up the pack in 24th and 25th. By lap 25, Robert Fodor is running away on his own. He's in P8. He's trying to keep this lead, stay in the top 10. Stay away from Nino Hosh, or rather hunt down Nino Hosh and stay away from Olsen in the background. It looks like he's just mistimed the chicane a little bit and he's going to have to regroup and go again. But meanwhile, Olsen in the background is not going to give him much time if he doesn't get his act together. Fodor with the back and forth race, but currently in the points is currently in P10. He will be relatively pleased considering the state of the track and his car. Alexander Fedotkin has lost a bit of grip on the exit of the corner. Alexander Fedotkin on lap 26 loses 1 position, loses 2 positions it looks like. It looks like he lost it to Djokic as well. I think he was trying to let one of the front runners through, and as a result, he is now side by side with Dejan Djokic. He did not lose that position, but he did lose some track position, and he's first to the corner. He's on the inside of the right hand at the top of the hill. He makes it work. He makes it work. I see Claudio Voodoo in the background having a sniff, trying to see if anything comes of this situation in front of him. On lap 28 is Daniel Hirsch and Arturas Medvedevs. Medvedevs once again in another battle, this time with Daniel Hirsch. What's it going to be? It's a Ferrari on a Ferrari on a Ferrari. Look at this stack of cars go. Number 77, Daniel Hirsch keeps his position, is currently in P4. It's 3 wide. It's 3 wide in front of us. It's all happening. It is all happening. That is P26. That's P17. They're all battling for position. I do not know what's going on. It's 3 wide on the entry. It's 3 wide on the exit. He's lap 29. Ben Hitchcock and Nino Hosh once again. Ben Hitchcock slowly working his way forward in this pack. He's currently in P11. He's trying to get as far forward as he can. Trying to get into P10. Trying to get some of those points on the board. We know he's a fast driver. We know he's looking good in the standings. And he just needs to keep going forward. But Nino Hosh is not going to make this easy for him. Nino in that pretty looking livery. Yes, I said it before. Yes, I must say it again. That is one pretty looking livery on the Aston Martin. And he's just going to keep going. The Aston Martin is a steady vehicle in these conditions. Nothing to fear there. Meanwhile, Daniel Hirsch on lap 31 is running away from Arturas behind him. Daniel Hirsch is in front. Daniel Hirsch is in P4. He started on pole. He's currently off the podium. I bet you right now he's not pleased with it, but overall the points, I think he'll be okay with this. This is exactly what we want to see from Daniel. We want to see him pushing at the front of the pack. We want to see that 77 Ferrari getting as many points as he can. It's lap 31. He's going to keep trying to chase down Renner. It may happen, it may not happen, but he's going to keep going forward. Gregor Franke and Nino Hosh. Nino Hosh has made it a lot into the highlights today. Look at that. Look at those 2 pretty cars stacked up nicely right next to each other. 10th and 11th. The Canon Motorsports are here to stay. newly formed team charging their way forward. This is going to be a lovely haul of points for the team championship. P10 and P11, if they can make it stick by the end of the race. It's lap 31. There are not too many more laps left in this race. They're going to keep trying to go forward, trying to get that P9 off of Taylor in front of them. Rick has a pack. Lap 32, Dejan Jokic and Marcus Deck. Marcus Deck, remember, won the race flat out last time. He put in a commanding performance last time, but right now he's battling for P23. He's battling for P23 and 24. He has made his way past Dejan Jokic. He's going to try and hold on to this on lap 32. Jokic having a look on the inside, not much doing there. Tucks back in. Oh no! Jokic has lost it on the curbs and he collects Marcus Deck as part of it. Very, very unfortunate. I see his teammate Voodoo continues in the background. Oh, Deck will not be pleased with that, but very unfortunate sequence of events right there. It's lap 33's Dmitry Ogorodnikov and Alexander Fedotkin battling for position. Mercedes on Mercedes. Oh no, it's the 49 and the 515. Apologies, it's Eugene. It's Kolokov, Eugene, and Ogorodnikov battling for position. It looks like there's a Porsche off on the side. That is a back marker. Very unfortunate. Second Porsche on the grid, it looks like, having a harder time of it than Stephen Carey, our comrade, in the other Porsche. It's lap 36. It's Witkowski on Kasper Smolinski. This is for the lead. Witkowski is in P2, Smolinski is in P1, and it looks like Witkowski is going to make it up on the inside. He's going to be the first there, and yes, he's hard on the brakes into the chicane, and I don't think there's anything Smolinski can do about this. What a time to make this overtake, right at the end of the race. Not much left in it for Smolinski. I think Witkowski is going to run away with this race. What a drive from him. Coming up from outside the podium position. He's in the number 24 Aston Martin. It's Aston Martin 1-2 right now. Meanwhile, also on lap 36, ERT in the 147, new to the race today. He could not make it to the last race. He's currently racing Christian Zifau. They're battling for position in lap 36. It's P19, it's P18, and he just puts Zifau off. Zifau has lost control of the car going into the chicane, probably under a bit too much pressure from ERT behind, and he goes wide. Looks like Joe Becker is going to try and take advantage of that, but he cannot. It looks like Zifau lost 4 positions out of that. Very unfortunate. Meanwhile, Witkowski right at the end of the race is on lap 38 and is going for the win. He's comfortably inched his way forward. Smolinski has no answer to this. It's only been 2 laps since the great overtake, and yes, we have a winner for today. Krzysztof Witkowski is P1. What a drive from Witkowski. First drive. Oh, wow. He must be very pleased with that. As the race comes to an end, we keep our eye on Marcus Deck, our championship leader. He's having a battle with Stephen Carey for the final position of 21st. And it looks like Marcus Deck is first to the hairpin. He runs a little wide. Carey's going to come up on the inside. I think Carey's got the run. Carey's got the run approaching the final corner. But Deck does have the inside of the corner. Is he going to have enough speed in that Porsche to get around the outside? Is he going to be able to do it? I think he must be battling his car. Oh, no. He tries to come back. Deck has got the outside on him. What a finish to the race. Marcus Deck finishes the race in P21 with Carey in P22. Unfortunately, the paint man did come to visit, but we have not been able to get Marcus's livery showing you as it should be. It will be fixed. After what was a very wet affair, Witkowski came in first position, top of the podium, with after a fantastic drive. Smolinski in P2, Lucarena P3, Daniel Hirsch P4, Agugliaro in P5, Medvedevas in P6, Rico Grenler in 7th, Dami Ayo in P8, Taylor in 9th, Hoch in 10th. Taylor with a very, very impressive result considering his penalty. Hoch in 10th, Frank in 11th, Bastien in 12th, Lancaster in 13th, Ben Hitchcock in 14th, Robert Fodor down in 15th. Olsen, the newcomer to the league, up in P16, a decent result. We'll be looking to improve on that. Swiss in 17th, Emre in 18th, John Becker in 19th, Zifau in 20th. Our championship leader after the last race in 21st, Stephen Carey in 22nd, Eugene in 23rd, Ogorodnikov in 24th, Fedotkin in 25th, Voodoo in 26th, Wangel in 27th, Murray in 28th, Jackson in 29th, Domagoj Tonzic in 30th, and Henry 31st. Dejan Jokic fell all the way back to 32nd. James Thresh in 33rd. Pren, 34th. Dominic Huber, 35th. Nerb, 36th. Marcus Top, 37th. Thresh 2 Top did not finish the race. Well, I reckon the admins will have to look at how many points are allocated or not. But either way, a very, very impressive grade overall. A very good race. And now let's go have a look at what that means for the updated standings and the team standings for the championship so far. Following that fantastic race, our driver standings as follows. Marcus Deck is at the top of the pack with 118 points in P1, Agugliaro in P2, Rico Grönler P3, Jack Lancaster P4, Wikowski P5, Kakpa Smolinski P6, Nino Holchin P7, Ben Hitchcock 8th, Fedotkin 9th, Dominic Huber 10th, Daniel Hirsch is in 11th, Dami Ayo 12th, Luca Renner 13th, Fodor 14th, Medvedev as 15th. P16 we have Gregor Franke, 17 Becker, followed by Taylor, Jan Stevens, Phil Swiss, and that rounds up the top 20. In 21st we have Dan Lees, 22nd Dejan Jokic, 23rd Bastian Fab, 24th Kulekov Eugene, 25th Claudio Voodoo, 26th Stephen Carey, 27th Christian Zifau, 28th James Thresh, 29th Jorgen Olsen, our newcomer, 30th ERT, also his first race and gaining some decent points on the board. 31st was Domagoj Tanzic, 32nd is Piotr Wengel, 33rd is Nicholas Murray, 34th Dmitry Ogorodnikov, 35th Sindri Ragnarsson, who could not make the race today from TWG Racing. Noah Hendricks still has the points to be in 36th. He is currently in a different tier and as a result will probably keep tumbling down the pack. Rob Jackson is in 37th. Oliver Nerb, 38th. 39th is Matthew Henry and Thorsten Pren, Pablo Loro, Martin Top, Guillaume Rail, Dave Ike, and Mario Bernardis have not been able to gain any points so far. Now, since the last race, we have had updated team standings and we have more teams on the grid, meaning a lot more competition for the drivers out there. Something else to battle for as the season goes on. We currently have 11 teams on the grid. VDES is in P11, PRS Motorsport P10, Mission Spino is in P9, the Gentleman's Club P8, TWG Racing P7, Tempesto Motorsports P6, Team Shake and Bake in P5, the Deutsche Panzer Division in P4. Savannah team is in P3, and P2 is the Team Hive Mind, which means that the newly formed Kenner Motorsports is in P1 with 164 points. Fantastic, fellas. Fantastic. The VDES team is currently made up of only Dmitry Ogorodnikov. Also, the PRS team is also only made up of one driver, Jan Stephens. The Gentleman's Club is made up of only Robert Fodor. So those three drivers could still possibly put together a team. I reckon Gentleman's Club and VDES could shake hands and merge together, seeing as they both drive a Mercedes. The PRS Motorsports can still find other drivers who have not found a team and get them on board. Just an update on who is in what team. Mission Spino is the team with Kulakov Eugene and Stephen Carey, driving different cars but yes in the same team. TWG Racing is Dami Ayo and Sindri Ragnarsson, and Tempesto Motorsports is made up of Piotr Wengel and Wikowski, our race winner today. Team Shake and Bake is Ben Hitchcock and Jorgen Olsen. Our newcomer found the team right off the bat, and this is what we like to see. The number one Deutsche Panzer Division is made up of Luca Renner and Phil Swiss, also in different cars, but once again fully accepted. The Savannah team is made up of Nicolas Mari and Agugliaro. Team Hive Mind is made up of Claudio Voodoo and Marcus Deck, our championship leader. Kenner Motorsports, brand new team, pretty livery, is made up of Nina Holch and Gregor Franke, and they look like the team to beat currently this season. Thank you once again for joining us. This has been a very, interesting race to call. I've enjoyed it. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what these drivers can pull out, and I know that the next race is at Barcelona. So I will be seeing you in Spain next week. Thank you very much for joining us.